7 Indonesian sailors were abducted last Monday in the waters close to the province of Tawi-Tawi, and that they were kidnapped by 2 separate armed groups believed to be members of the notorious Musaya group.
Riley was just looking at where we're sailing next, and it's like a red zone saying do not travel here.
Abu Sayyaf has been active in the Philippines for decades.
You're worried about the piracy in the area.
The story of what happened to 2 Canadians 7 years ago in the Philippines is as sickening as it is tragic.
No other sailors have been there. There's no information.
Freed hostages returning home after being held at sea.
The 2 seas have over the last few years seen an increase in drug trafficking and kidnapping.
Lane's like, you don't experience what me and Ellie do when we're by ourselves walking, trying to do shopping and stuff. And I was like, you're right, I don't.
The government still does advise exercising a high degree of caution when visiting the Philippines.
The Philippine government has recorded at least 16 armed attacks in the past year alone.
Do we risk sailing overnight for days to get to Palawan, Philippines, or do we island hop and risk the danger of people? None are good options.
Got everything under control there, Lenny?
The dawn of a new day found us in high spirits, eager to hoist the sails and set course for a fresh Anchorage. Having explored the stunning underwater world of Sipadan, as showcased in our previous video, we felt a profound sense of accomplishment. Our experiences had fulfilled all of our goals, and we were now ready to embark on our journey to a new country. Myself, Riley, our boys, Lenny and Darwin, and mates, Forrest and Ellie, are currently sailing towards Palawan, which requires us to undertake several 100 nautical mile upwind sails, which will be taxing on everyone on board. Riley and I will need to decide our safest route through one of the world's most infamous patches of water. Little did we know that just as we needed it most, we would lose all communication with the outside world, sustain damage to our boat.
I'm just really pissed off about that.
And face other troubling challenges.
So we're still like a couple of days away from the mainland.
Join us aboard our ocean home to experience all the highs and lows of this eventful week.
You need rice? Rice? Should we let it dry? Sun is out. Alright, should we pull out the headset?
Yep.
Tell me when you're ready.
I don't know. Best I can guess, there's a dude up here that's towing an island. I'm going around that. Imagine if you came across that at night time.
What does everyone think it is?
It's wood for sure, like big logs. That's probably why there's so many logs in the water. It's fallen off this thing.
They're very large chicken skewers. Okay, I wrote down some stuff. With the full main and genoa, with 18 to 19 true wind speed, 37 degrees apparent wind angle with the autopilot, we feel great. When it blows up to 21, 22 knots, I feel like I have to take the helm. Let me get down here. We really were crunching into 1.5 meter waves. This is where the waterline length really pays dividends. You don't hobby horse as much, so you maintain that track and you don't lose power from your sails flopping around like this. And when we're smashing in to 22 knots, you can really feel it. So I'm in the bathroom forwards now. Because the boat's so long, this area here really slams. So in the middle, it's super comfortable, but then the longer you are, the further you get towards the front, that's where you feel the banging and the slapping. It's only 16 knots now. It was 22 before that we were beating into. There you go. There's a proper slam. Showers and going to the toilet in the forward bathroom in these conditions is not very pleasant. You definitely want to use the aft bathroom.
Been an explosion of the pepper. We're just sailing upwind. There's a fair bit of bashing going on. She's handling it pretty well, but it's not the nicest motion on board today. Darwin's not noticing a thing though. Check this out.
Careful with your light tack.
Okay, yeah. You gotta put that down.
Up, 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 up. Oh, yeah.
Where's the damage? The anchor had caused a few minor holes in our bow, mostly superficial. We'd need to inspect the damage more closely later, after we dropped anchor, or more likely address it tomorrow, following this huge day of sailing.
Do you want me to go up? I'm just really pissed off about that.
Just getting ready to wind in the head sail and drop the main, because we have arrived.
So what happened before?
You haven't seen the front, have you?
No.
The anchor dropped down and was smashing everything.
I heard.
It was bittersweet knowing that this would be our final anchorage in Malaysia, nestled on the northeastern tip of Borneo. If you're keen to follow our journey in real time and dive deeper into our sailing stats, you can join us and other beta testers on the Sea People app right now actually. I'll put that link in the description box below.
Mommy, look at me. Look at the pieces.
Pee on my clothes, Darwin.
Well, this is one of the most beautiful sunsets we've seen in a long time. The water is glassy and so blue, and the sun's just peeking out from behind the clouds. It looks so nice. We just motored through the mangrove area and got a few no-see-ums on us, and we've recently been done by no-see-ums. So Riley was like, nah, we're not staying here. So we just kept motoring straight through the mangroves, and we're out the other side into the open sea again. It's super calm over here, and we might have a nice night's sleep.
I definitely will. I'm thrashed. Can you help me with the anchor?
Yeah, you ready now?
Okay.
How do you feel after that sail?
I think I just yelled out, I f***ing smashed it. And Forrest said, why are you happy you were sailing upwind all day? But it's just a big sense of accomplishment. We sailed the whole way, basically. I didn't take a reef because I thought that the wind was going to drop. So it was too strong for a little bit, so I saved a little bit of time and hassle there. I don't know, there was just a whole bunch of, it's just problem solving, the whole thing. So it's good. The anchor smashing the front of the boat is not good.
so good. This was a mistake we'd only make once. The challenges of owning a new boat included learning and remembering how to operate this behemoth. We'd forgotten to secure the anchor chain. Riley sent photos to the Rapido team to determine the best course of action and what temporary repairs we needed to make in the coming days before our next big sail. You love the koala? I bought that for Lenny when he was first born.
He's really cold.
You keep him warm. So we actually sailed 100 nautical miles yesterday, we figured out. And we were meant to keep going today, but we honestly need a day just to recover from yesterday. Like, I'm cleaning blood off the floor. I'm still sweeping up peppercorns, which I swear are gonna be here for a very, very long time.
The koala wants you.
The koala wants me now? Okay, give him here.
Mommy, I want you to keep him safe.
I'll keep him safe, don't worry. So yeah, today's a day of cleaning, catching up on a bit of work and sail planning. Just a day to recoup. We're gonna do a workout as well.
I saw my koala.
And yeah, still really devastated about the damage done to the front of the boat with the anchor. So we're gonna, at some point, make the repairs.
It's epoxy that we use to do. I made a conscious decision about 2 years back to prioritise my health and well-being over everything else, or certainly over all of the other things that were sneaking ahead of it. Because like, what do you really have if you don't have your health? So I was working out every day, which is probably a little bit too much. It really is just so nice to just bang down an AG1 and not have to worry about anything else. It's gonna be your biotics of the pre and pro variety. So that's gonna be your gut health. And then all of the miscellaneous vitamins and minerals that you should be having every day, just taken care of without having to think about it and without having to cart around hundreds of jars of supplements. For me, I live on a boat and I don't know, I just wanna have to not worry about all of that. The boost in energy that I get after I have it in the morning and then the maintaining of that energy level throughout the day, that's just hugely important. I find that very beneficial on the boat, sailing with the kids, filming, like we got a lot on. So the easiest thing really is with these travel packs. Whoa! So gentlemen, I really would recommend giving this a go, and ladies, if your partner's anything like me, you might actually need to go ahead and get it for him as a present or something like that to encourage him. With your first purchase today, they're going to give away 5 travel packs and a year's supply of vitamin D3 and K2. If you're interested, and again, we highly recommend it, we use it every day on board, please head to the link in the description below. Okay, cheers guys. Yeah, I need my phone actually. Well, I was sailing along and I saw the anchor sitting over the top here.
Oh, there's damage up there. Have you seen it?
That doesn't worry me too much.
You saw it though, right?
Yeah.
So go on then.
Well, I saw the anchor sitting over here, sideways. And I was like, that's not how I left it.
Not where I left you.
Yeah, it's good practice to clip on your anchor, but after however many miles on the Ultramar, I stopped doing it because we never needed to do it. When we drop the anchor down and we back up on it, it will slowly release, but with the full weight of a 10, 12 ton boat pulling fully on it, it'll release by 0.6 of a meter. With a 40 kilogram anchor sitting here, I just have no idea how it slowly released down, but it did, and so we need to lock it in place, which everyone's got to do anyway. Like, you should know that you got to do that, and if you don't, this is what could happen. We've got some pretty intense days of sailing. I don't want there to end up with any water ingress here, which is gonna happen. We might not be able to sail tomorrow, man.
This is the first I've heard of it.
Yeah. I might be able to just 5,200 around the area.
Yeah.
I was going to show everyone how you're driving the boat. Where are you taking us?
Just a little shortcut to get there.
First, we're going to go up the river, and then where are we going?
And then we're gonna come back out and get there.
To the beach. You gonna leave me hanging, bro? How you going, Darwin?
Good.
Can you tell everyone how you're going?
We're going to the beach and going to the river and come back to the beach.
Very good.
Daddy, we need paddles.
We got the paddles down here. You want a paddle? Okay. Bye-bye, Lenny. Bye-bye. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh.
What do I have to do when I picture you?
Just point it at me like that.
Oh.
Go, hold it lower. That's it. Can you film over there? Film the houses. Just move your arms slowly, smoothly. Don't drop it.
No, I won't.
Okay.
Then I see a crab.
A hermit crab. Oh!
I saw a lizard.
Did you?
Yeah, I was right there, and then I was coming out of his hole. Then he went away. Then I saw it. It was slow and so speed, and I was big and stick like this. Then I saw it.
Wow. How big was it?
Like this tall, like me.
Wow. Can you see any crocodiles? We've had a great morning exploring the mangroves. Darwin saw a lizard.
And explode.
Lenny's done a fair bit of climbing. Don't put sand on your brother. Been good. Best tender in the world. Is that harder than you thought?
Yes.
Nice climbing skills, Lenny.
Show us your bruise you got this morning. Yeah, look at that big bruise. Whoa. What happened, Lenny? What did you do?
Nothing.
Nothing? He was climbing on these stairs and he had one leg here, one leg there, and one leg slipped when he just fell.
Okay. Elena has graciously allowed me to film her at a very vulnerable moment. Most of the time she says no. What's going on?
Well, Riley was just looking at where we're sailing next, and it's like a red zone. I just said I don't want to go anywhere that it's not recommended to go because I've got 2 small kids on the boat, and I don't want to come into an Anchorage and be expected to sleep there that night. Like, that's just not my cup of tea. I just want to put this boat in safe places.
I've been a bit like, oh, come on. And then Elena's like, you don't experience what me and Ellie do when we're by ourselves walking, trying to do shopping and stuff. And I was like, you're right, I don't. So my perception of danger is just drastically different to Elena's. So that's been the discussion at the moment. I'm the one that's making plans for the boat and where we're going and destinations and stuff, and it's not that I haven't considered that, but I haven't been doing a good enough job of considering that. Just a bit of a raw moment that I like to film because it's not all the shit that we're doing, it's not always easy.
We have 3 options, none of which are ideal. The first option, which we spoke about, was we sail west from here. We sail the coast of Malaysia where we've been before. It's super safe, and we approach Palawan from the southern tip. It would be a big loop going with the wind initially and then against the wind later on to get to Puerto Princesa, which is our home port in Palawan. So that would take like 7 to 10 days. Second option, we can leave from our point here. We can sail through the night, avoiding having to stop at any of the red zones and keep going up to Puerto Princesa, but we made a promise not to sail in the night here because there's so many unmarked fish traps, buoys. We've seen huge like steel drums, logs in the water. Like, we just can't sail in the night here. There's pearl farms, all of it's unmarked. So
I saw a leaf.
Very dangerous leaves getting around. So sail through the night, that's option 2. Option 3, which we're leaning towards, is we sail in the day. We do a full day sail up to an island to anchor, but this island is in the red zone. So we risk being in the pirate zone, the no-go zone, for one night, and then the next day we can continue on towards Puerto Princesa. We can stop off at a ring of reef that we really want to stop off at. But yeah, those are the 3 options, none of which are good, but the last one, I think we're going to take our chances, hey? Anchoring overnight.
Sí.
Where are we going?
So I mixed it up in here, Elayna. It was like too runny to begin with, and then it got hot and sticky really quickly, and then I was like jamming it on. I think I've covered the area, so I think we're good. I feel happy about that. I had some extra, so I did some of the front as well. So it's like the ugliest job ever, but it'll get us somewhere.
Okay. With a patched up hull and a solid plan, we departed our anchorage this morning and ventured into open waters. We anticipated smooth, glass-like conditions for the morning, with a breeze expected by evening to aid our journey to the island. There's been some more dramas this morning with the engine overheating, so Riley's been taking care of that. I've been looking after the kids and making sure they don't go near the engine room because the door's up and it's a big fall if they were to fall down there. So we're all just outside on deck to make me even more stressed about the fact we are going to a do not go zone. We were just talking to Leah, who helps us out, and the internet just cut out, our Starlink cut out because I was uploading some footage overnight and I think we've used up all of our Starlink data. We're out of cell range as well right now, and the satellite phone we didn't bother to fire up. With no way of communicating with the outside world, I'm pretty sure Leah is going to think that we've been kidnapped. I would be thinking the worst for sure if I had have just said, hey, we're setting sail to this red zone, wish us luck, and then we just go incognito. We hoped that our Starlink data hadn't run out and that we were simply in a satellite dead zone, expecting the connection to resume later today or tomorrow. If we were off the grid for a few days, Leah, along with our friends and family, would surely fear the worst. They might even begin coordinating with the Coast Guard and organising a search party. This was far from ideal.
Lenny did a bowline.
I did it.
Lenny, oh my goodness. Lenny, that's amazing.
That's so good,
High
mate.
five, Lenny. Woo!
Like, I've showed him a couple of times, but I haven't made a big point of it.
Now we might be able to untie the knots he ties a lot more easy if there are no one knot. Oh, are you tying a knot too now?
Dad, I made it. I turned it into a bowler.
It's a granny knot, isn't it?
Are you kidding me?
You ready, Ellie?
Yeah.
So I'm doing something very technical here.
Alright.
This is my previous tacking angle. I think that represents very reasonably what this boat can do. I don't know how to figure out what my angles were, or I didn't. And this is what we're left with. It's got to be like 80. So we had on average 33 apparent wind angle, because I knew that one. And it looks like 80-degree tacking angles, which is insane. That's monohull stuff. Catamarans, it's more like here. And you just can't get upwind. It's like impossible.
You guys, this is amazing. The biggest pod of like tiny dolphins. Oh my gosh. Wow, 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 wow. There's so many. What? Look at this. Oh my god.
There's more coming.
Oh my god, there's more? There's more coming. They're everywhere coming in.
Oh, look at them all.
Holy. There's so many.
Oh my god.
The really, really large clouds or nebulas got tighter and tighter and tighter and denser through gravity, and they turned into stars. And all of the different stars that you can see at night time are the same as our sun that we've got here.
Yes, but...
Black holes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting to black holes.
Finally we're sailing. My gosh, the sound of that engine with the lid off just set me insane. We've all had our AirPods in this morning. We've got wind on a beam from over here. Only seen a couple of boats on the horizon. Making good progress today, another 100 nautical mile day.
So the progression throughout the day was 0 wind. Then there was a little bit from directly behind us, and it clocked around to here to 6 knots. We hoisted the main. Because we were motoring at 8 knots, the apparent wind was from like 25 degrees, and we got a little bit of extra speed. And then we had a bit more wind, so say 6 knots, but it was patchy. So I put the head sail out, and then eventually it blew up to, what is it now?
8 knots.
8 knots?
True.
We're doing 7.
We're doing 8.
We're doing 8.
We're doing 8 and 8 knots.
8 and 8, and frequently 8 and 7. Woo! Wind speeders! You seem so much happier on a boat than anywhere else, mate.
That's because it has so many ropes.
So many ropes to tie stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so we just got a Mayday message from a random ship that's close to land, and we turned our AIS off just to go incognito. So now we're going to turn on our AIS because we don't want them to think that we are the pirates. You guys are the pirates, we're not the pirates.
Should be transmitting now. So there's an island here which is in the red zone, which is the very dangerous zone for pirates. We probably already mentioned this. On the southern part of this island is a Philippines Coast Guard area. So if I'm a pirate, I'm not coming to this area. These guys have been pinging Mayday calls at us every 20 seconds for the last hour.
We've tried to get them on the radio, but no response.
And they'd previously motored over and anchored in front of the inlet, and now they're headed our way. So very likely it's military or Coast Guard or some combination of that from the Philippines. Mayday is not something that they should be sending out. Elena was saying, what should we do? And I was like, well, what if someone's dying? It's very strange. So anyway, we'll probably have an altercation with the Philippines Coast Guard here, and then whether or not they let us anchor at this island. We're trying to day hop because sailing at night time is just not the dumb thing, and I would like a rest, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, this guy's inbound now at 9.4 knots, so it's not particularly aggressive.
We also just realised that our incognito, like our turning off our AIS, silencing our AIS, did not work. Or the military have some high tech. It's very confusing, it's very stressful. Does the drone look good, Forrest?
Yeah, it does.
Great, at least we got some nice looking drone shots for you all.
You might not have noticed, but Forrest has been hiding behind the camera lately because he's been pretty sick, the poor guy. Ellie is still with us on board too. We're just trying not to bother her with the camera either during this stressful time. She's been incredibly supportive, trusting Riley and me to make the right decisions, and is just happy to be a part of the adventure. We're fortunate to have them both with us on this journey. In another development, the boat that issued the Mayday calls and was headed our way suddenly changed course at the last minute. It turned out to be a large fishing vessel, not the Coast Guard as we'd expected. This odd behaviour left us feeling a bit uneasy about spending the night here.
Let her go. Alright, she's free now.
Yeah. Stop.
What are you up to here, Elena?
I'm just checking there's no buoys in the water. Arriving in the dark, there can be buoys or like a shipwreck or anything. We've nearly run into big fishing nets. They're not marked sometimes. So we dropped anchor. There's a few fishing boats around. The boat we thought was headed for us, like intercepting us, it just diverted course. Those Mayday calls was just a problem, like a technical malfunction of their equipment because they were not in distress. So that was a very stressful afternoon for us, just like, what is going on here? But now we're all alone in this Anchorage. The moon has just come up over the land and it was like the brightest orange moon. Oh, it's stunning tonight. Ellie's cooking dinner. We've got pumpkin and spinach and broccoli and tofu again. Riley's just going for a shower, and yeah, let's hope tonight is chill. What time we're leaving tomorrow, Kat?
Well, I had a pretty big day. I was thinking of sleeping in, to be honest.
Yeah.
Daddy, just because I heard I was falling down and then I was doing fencing and then I was looking up and then I hurt myself. So I was putting the band-aid on it, but it keep hurting.
Okay, good night, you two.
Good night.
And what book are we reading tonight, Lenny?
Mrs. No way how to read. That was my idea, but I think this.
Mr. Quiet? Okay. We all had a fairly restless night, and I'll admit that every sound I heard made me think that someone was boarding our boat. Despite the beauty of the morning and the friendly faces, I was pretty eager to lift the anchor and continue our sail north today, heading to a remote island renowned for its large, plate-sized fish. How are you this morning, dearest?
Good. How are you?
Good, tell me something.
You guys, how are you?
Fun fact, what have you learnt recently? To always lock the anchor.
A really good thing that Lenny and I have been doing, maybe I've said this before, but he's incredibly curious. So like out of the blue this morning, he'd only just woken up and he sat down next to Elayna and I, we were just having a coffee. And he goes, what are rocks made out of? Often at about that time in the morning, I'll get on ChatGPT. I'll say like, my son's interested in rocks or how diamonds are made or black holes. He's really interested in volcanoes like every kid. And I'll say to ChatGPT, can you explain it in a fun way that my 7-year-old would understand? Because when I say 5-year-old, it's too easy for him. It's like, it seems really immature. So I say my 7-year-old or 8-year-old or whatever. It's a really great tool for learning that I've been having a lot of fun with lately.
Yeah.
And sorry, I'm just scratching all of the, we got drilled by no-seams. Not last night, but like 5 nights ago.
At Sipperdan Island, actually. Be aware of the no-seams. Damn.
What's up?
Well, Forrest has been sick. He's had parasites for some time. He gets these recurring symptoms every couple of months, but he's not really getting better, and today he woke up worse than the past few days. He's been bedridden, the poor guy. So I'm just trying to find him some meds, but we're still like a couple of days away from the mainland of Palawan and a hospital. Gastro-resistant tablets.
Mr. Forrest.
Welcome to my sick
again.
bay. Poor old Ellie having to share a room with sick boy.
Graciously agreeing to be filmed in less than ideal conditions.
Yeah, you might have to start running from the room if you get reaching for that again.
Oh God. You seem significantly more sprightly than you did when I spoke to you first thing this morning. What's been going on?
Yeah, so last night I woke up, my stomach was just burning and I was throwing up overboard. I'm glad I didn't projectile hit Elayna through the open window, because where I was sleeping was like right where that is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're in Southeast Asia. We just went up a jungle river, so God knows what we came in contact with, really. I'm just hoping it's going to pass and I can get back to enjoying and contributing to the team, because it's been so good until now. I've had a hell of a trip.
We've been a little bit concerned. It's probably the first time I've been able to probably actually film Forrest. It's just if things go bad quickly, then that's a big problem. But yeah, we've done a medical course, so everything will be fine.
One of my favourite things to do, and Riley's, on a longer passage is to have a shower and just come out here and dry. You just feel so, I don't know, I feel like a new human. Darwin's just having a nap, so we got a little bit of free time and we're just about to have some lunch.
got a fish. Elena and I both simultaneously said we are in the middle of nowhere here. Like, it's actually hilarious. We're in the middle of the Sulu Sea and there's just nothing but fish and birds around here at the moment. I'm really excited to see what's underwater just because of how much bird life there is. We've tacked along and we're just coming up to this sandy spit here. There's a coral island over here with a big drop off. So we're going to spend the night here and then hang out there tomorrow day because there's no wind, and then the day after we'll sail up to the Palawan. And I mean, we're in the Philippines, but to the Philippines to check in.
Mainland Palawan.
Mainland Palawan.
As we've gotten closer, we've realised that what's on the island are actually tents. So maybe it's fishing huts and the fishermen come here and live. We're about to find out anyway. Maybe we can trade them some rice for some fish. No, we're on a mission to get our own fish. It's been a while. We waited for our spearfishing license in Malaysia to go through, and by the time it went through we left Malaysia. Not sure what the rules are here, but we are hungry sailors and we are going spearing. Oh, Lenny's tied knots.
No way. If you want to deal with the mainsail.
Yeah, but not on Lenny. Gotta get a fish. Gotta get a fish.
Surely not already. How long have you been in the water? 2 minutes?
Oh my god, we didn't know where you were, baby. You are
Wow.
Have you got a bucket or something there, mate?
It's been like half an hour in the water, just swimming off the back. Riley gets Grover. And then he just called me over and said, Elena, come quick, come quick. I need your help. He's just speared the biggest snapper and it's stuck under this bommy here. We will get it though. I'm so nervous to see how big it is. Holy shit! Oh my god! Don't get stabbed by its things, yeah.
We're sorry.
Alright, what have you got?
I don't know. It looks like a perch or something. It looks delicious.
That actually looks delicious.
Yeah.
Look at those lips.
It's strong, man.
I didn't film you spearing it, but what happened?
I just went down and saw it in a hole. It was the luckiest thing ever. Pretty ramped with that.
We'd just anchored in one of the most extraordinary places we've encountered in a long time, marked by crystal clear waters and abundant sea life. Unfortunately, our communications were still down, limiting our stay. Unless we could somehow train a carrier pigeon, we'd have to savour the extra day we could spend here tomorrow and plan to return another time.
You need rice?
It's been such a fun day. Feels so nice to be here. Oh, we had one of the guys who's camping over there, little fishing camp. He came over and asked for some food, and he couldn't speak any English, and I tried speaking very little Bahasa Indonesia that I know because it's the same in Malaysia, but we're in the Philippines now, so they do not speak Malay. So we did not communicate very well, but you can get by with this food and drink, and he understood rice actually, and he needed rice. It's a pretty harsh environment they're living in over there. I mean, there's not even a tree. I'm glad that sun's setting too. It's been the hottest day, and the reflection on the water.
got some of the big fish. Are you gonna eat it?
The big fish.
Yeah, the big fish. Try. You've been saying, "Where's the fish? I want to eat it. I want to eat it." Here you go. Chew.
So good.
Okay, great.
Could honestly spend a week here.
Yeah, no doubt it.
Do you want it?
Well, we have no internet.
Good.
Yeah.
You know the strong lady at the oil rig?
Yeah.
She actually fixed my back. Like, it
Really?
was legit, it was 100%.
That's amazing.
Lenny, stop it.
Alright, let's make the bed, guys. Can you help? Let go.
If you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you won't miss next week's hour-long special. We never know what's right around the corner. But here's a little spoiler, Riley convinces us to extend our stay to chase a dog-toothed tuna. We also get our affairs in order in a new town.
We just did, yeah, we just did the conversion.
Bid farewell to Forrest.
See you, bro. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
And welcome a new crew member aboard. See you guys soon.